Okay, guys, we will start. So we were talking about local self-government. So we have discussed about the setup. Okay, the three-tier structure and everything. You know, the panchayat and this above block level and the district level. All these discussions we have done. Okay, election at all level. The members, election of members. It should be direct election. Okay, and about chairperson. I've told you at the lower level, at the panchayat level, at the Gram Panchayat, it can be direct or indirect, but at the block level and at the district level, it will be indirect. Okay. So then we have also discussed about the members. Members at all level, if they're asking you direct election, yes, it is direct election. But at the block level and the district level, there will be other representation also, right? Other members will be there. For example, the villages, the Gram Panchayat will be represented at the block level by the chairperson of the Panchayat, like Panchayat president. Okay. Similarly, the blocks will be represented at the district level by the block panchayat presidents. That means the chairperson at the lower level, at this levels, so many chairpersons will be there, so many gram panchayats will be there. They will be ex officio members of block level, right? And these block level also, many block panchayats will be there, so they will be the ex officio members here. Apart from that, I've also told you there will be representation from the union and state also. It can be the MPs and MLAs. Okay. It can be from both Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha, state legislative assembly and council also. So this is what we have discussed with respect to the composition, and then with respect to the election, and then we have discussed about the term. Okay, that is common for 73rd amendment and 74th amendment. When we discuss about municipality also, this term will be same, like 5 year. And if before 5 year, if it is getting dissolved, the reason I've told you, it can be dissolved by the state government for some reasons, right? And if it is getting dissolved, fresh elections has to be conducted within 6 months from that date of dissolution. And the newly coming, the tenure of the newly coming the panchayat setup will have the rest of the tenure. Okay, whatever the tenure which was pending or balance is there for that dissolved, gram panchayat, or that it will be the same. The balance will be for the newly elected also. However, if the dissolution is like only 6 months is there, even before the 6 months of the tenure, if it is getting dissolved, just only 6 months or less is pending, then there is no need of fresh election. So that's about the tenure we have discussed. And then 11 schedule 29 items. Okay. And then reservation also we have discussed. SC/ST, guys, again, there are some compulsory provisions and then some optional provisions also there, like this reservation for SC/ST women, these are compulsory. And what optional means, when I say this backward classes, the reservation for backward classes, those are optional, right? So there are some compulsory provision, like a Gram Sabha is a compulsory provision. Reservation for SC/ST is compulsory. Election, free and fair election after every 5 years, that is compulsory. So there are some compulsory provisions with respect to the 73rd amendment. Same is the case of 74th also. And there are optional cases as well. So with respect to this, it's done. And SC/ST reservation on the basis of proportion. Guys, the same will be there in case of 74th also. So we are discussing this together. So SC/ST, it is based on proportion. Out of that, 1/3 will be given for women. So women SC/ST will be getting 1/3 of the total SC/ST. Then not less than 1/3 should be for women out of the total. Okay. So let's suppose 100 is there. Okay. Total seats are 100. Out of that, let's say 21 percentage is SC/ST. So how many seats will be reserved for SC/ST? 21 seats will be reserved for SC/ST. Out of this, 1/3 will be given for women. Okay, so you need to see that 7 will be for women. Okay, so 7 will be for women. Now, when it comes to this 1/3, that means 33%, right? So 100 seats are there in total. So how many should be given? 33% to be given to women. Okay, that means 33 seats should be given to women. Will that include the 7? Yes, it will include the 7 also. Okay, so this is about women reservation. Reservation can be given for chairperson also, we have discussed, and the rotation scheme also there, that also we have discussed. Backward classes reservation may be given based on the state. Okay, that is the state prerogative, that is optional. So just go to Lakshmikant. What are that compulsory provisions? You need to have an idea. They may ask you specifically these are, but seeing that you will understand what all things we have discussed. This election commission, finance commission, state election commission, state finance commission, then Gram Sabha, right? This free and fair election, financial distribution, the tenure. All these are compulsory. Now we'll talk about the finances. I've told you we will be discussing about State Finance Commission briefly and Election Commission, and then we will move to 74th Amendment. Okay, so give a heading finances. Now who will appoint the State Finance Commission? At the central level, we discussed about no, I've told you it is minimum 1/3 reservation. It all depends on the state. It can be like in some states. Yesterday we discussed about Odisha. Okay, I have read about Bihar, and some of you was talking about Odisha. There's 50% is there, so that can be given. That depends on the state. Minimum 1/3 is what I'm talking about in case of women. The SC/ST it should be based on the proportion, the population. Okay, the Finance Commission, State Finance Commission appointed by the governor, right? Governor of the state, after every 5 years, constitute or just write governor, every 5 year, State Finance Commission. To review the financial position of the panchayats, and then recommend to the governor the following, and then recommend to the governor the following. Guys, if you see the financial distribution between the center and provinces for the first time, when it started, who started this? This concept of financial distribution. Who started this? Lord Mayo. Okay, when? 1882, that time. Okay, so financial distribution between center and provinces. If you get a question on financial distribution, that is the very essence of this finance commission. It is basically for the distribution between center and state. The finance commission at the central level under Article 280. This one, the state finance commission. This will be appointed by the governor. Okay, so following, right? The first one directly there in Lakshmikant, but just write the important points. The principles which should govern the distribution between states and panchayat of the net collection of taxes and duties levied by the state. Like the under Article 280, the Finance Commission will also do the same thing only based on the tax collected and the duties collected, how much the center will distribute to the state, right? So that is 42%, as we have discussed about 14th Finance Commission and 15th Finance Commission, that is 41%. This 1% reduction is there because this time Jammu Kashmir was a state, but now it is union territory. So that 1% will go to the center's kit. Okay, so this 41% is the distribution between state now, and then within that 41%, different states will get like Kerala may get 1%, Sikkim may get 0.5%, UP may get 8%. So it all depends on various other aspects also. That is something you need to look into from economy side. That let's not get into that. Okay. So that is the first one. Okay, the principles which should govern the distribution between states and panchayat of the tax which is collected and the duties collected. Second point, what taxes, tolls and fee may be assigned to panchayats? What taxes, tolls, fees can be or may be assigned to panchayat? Principle to decide grants and aid by the state to panchayat. Grants and aid by the state to panchayat. Okay, One more point you write, the state legislature have to provide for precise composition of the State Finance Commission, their qualification and manner of selection. State legislature have to provide this. Okay, next is State Election Commission. Okay, guys, one more point is there that you write, Finance Commission of India shall suggest the measures. Finance Commission of India shall suggest the measures. Finance Commission of India, like on the recommendations and the reports of various state finance commissions. Okay, so Finance Commission of India shall also suggest the measures to augment the consolidated fund of state, to supplement the resources of Panchayat in the state. To supplement the resources of Panchayat in the state. These measures are suggested by Finance Commission of India on the basis of recommendation made by various state finance commissions. Guys, somebody was asking about Consolidated Fund of India, right? Consolidated Fund of India, a public account, then contingency fund, like all revenues which are coming, that is like in terms of tax and duties and everything, which will be added to the Consolidated Fund of India, and all the expenditure will be taken from Consolidated Fund of India. What is public account of India? Like this Provident Fund, Post Office account, all these will be coming to the public account of India. Contingency Fund of India, it's like that will be kept with the president for any contingency situations. Okay. Next one, State Election Commission. State Election Commission. So who's conducting election at the union level? Election Commission. We discussed that yesterday. Who's conducting election at the state level? Again, Election Commission of India, right? But who's conducting election at the Panchayat level? It will be the State Election Commission. So the State Election Commission will conduct election, free and fair election at the Panchayat level. Okay. So 73rd and 74th Amendment will discuss Panchayat as well as municipality. But remember, this is the point. The state elections or the elections to the legislative assemblies are not conducted by State Election Commission. Don't have any confusion here. State Election Commission is coming only after 73rd and 74th Amendment. So that will be for the elections at the lower level, the Panchayat and municipality level. Who's conducting the election of the president? Election Commission. Okay. So union level, state level, like MPs, MLAs, all these elections by the Election Commission of India. And this is a point which I've also mentioned with you when we discussed about the federal setup, right? So this is like a unitary biases there. When you see the Election Commission of India is also conducting elections at the different state level, that is like unitary bias. Okay, write one point. State Election Commission does the superintendence direction and also control the preparation of electoral rolls and conduct of the election to the Panchayat. Okay, the voters list and everything will be prepared by the State Election Commission will conduct the election also. Who's appointing? Like what we have discussed in the context of Finance Commission, Election Commission is also appointed by governor. What about the removal? Removal will be like a judge, similar to the manner in which a judge of High Court is removed. So, right, appointment, governor, removal, similar to the judge of High Court. Appointment of Election Commission, governor, removal, similar to the judge of High Court. Okay, so again, under this article, Article 243B, what it says is there should be a three-tier structure, right? So you just write there. Normally, we have discussed about at the lower level, then the intermediate level, and then the district level. So this is a normal setup. But however, if the population is less than 20 lakhs, there may not be the intermediate panchayat will be there. So just write this also. Under 243B, there shall be panchayat at the village, intermediate, and district level. But the panchayat at the intermediate level may not be formed in states having population not more than 20 lakhs. So intermediate is not compulsory, and if the states having not more than 20 lakhs, then intermediate may not be there. Okay. Now we will go to the municipality, the 74th constitutional amendment. Before that, you write the conditions for urban area, like more than 75% should be in non-agricultural activity. Like some conditions is there, population is there, density is there. So just write the condition or criteria for urban area. First one, population greater than 5,000. Population greater than 5,000. Density 400 kilometers square, means 1 kilometer square 400. Okay, 75% male population employed in non-agricultural occupation. Guys, this is opposite to rural area. When we say rural area, more than 75% of people are engaged in agricultural activities. Here, the opposite, more than 75% will be engaged in non-agricultural activities. When we discuss about this rural setup, it is like three-tier structure is what we have discussed at the lower level, then intermediate level, then at the district level. But here we will discuss three broad types of governments setup. Okay, so here urban area, these are the condition. One is with respect to population, then density, and then a kind of occupation. What are the three types of urban local government? Just write municipal corporation, municipal council, Nagar Panchayat. First, we will discuss about this municipal corporation. Give a heading, municipal corporation. It is a form of urban local government. It is a form of urban local government found in bigger urban areas. But this bigger urban area, the definition is not very clear. Okay, so it all depends on the state. State can define it accordingly. You just need to write it is it is a local government found in the bigger urban area. Guys, when I say local government, it is at the lower level, right? National government, then the state government, then local government. Below that, that is what I mean by that. So 74th amendment is not talking about what is this bigger urban area and all. Okay, it is just totally left out to the state. The state can define it accordingly. Okay, now next line. It has two wings, deliberative wing and the executive wing. So what is this deliberative wing? That is a decision making body. Executive wing, they will implement the decisions. Okay, implementing body, deliberative wing and executive wing. Deliberative wing and then executive wing. So they will take the decision and this executive body will implement the decision. Within this deliberative wing, there will be two important bodies, right? Within deliberative wing, two important bodies, council and standing committee. Council. I didn't find this in Lakshmikant, that's why I'm explaining this. Other things, guys, I'm not going to discuss all those lists and all which is coming here. The 29 elements are there. That now, if you ask me whether you need to study that or not, it is always desirable to know that, because they will ask you which among the following is part of that schedule 11 schedule and 12 schedule. They can ask you that. So 11 schedule is talking about 29 list, which comes under the Rural 73rd Amendment Act, and then 12 schedule is talking about the 18 list. Okay, so it is desirable to know that, but again, it is impossible for you to remember each and everything, but seeing, you will understand. If it does not belong to the state, you can connect it to the 73rd and 74th, then you can realize easily 11th and 12th. You may need to have one look at that. Even before the exam also, you can look into that. It will be really good and lucky if you can get a question from that, because you can easily recognize it. You don't want to mug it up. Okay, so here, council and the standing committee within the deliberative body. Okay, now here, like you can say this entire setup will be divided into wards. So just write wards, and you will be electing members directly from the wards. The entire constituency under the municipal corporation, like in Panchayat also, we have said, no, it will be divided into different areas, and from there the members will be elected. Similarly, from here also, these are divided into wards, and members will be directly elected. Right. Each represented by municipal councillor or ward councillor. So divided into wards, municipal councillor or ward councillor, who will be elected by people directly. Okay, like in the case of Panchayat, we discussed about this area's Gram Sabha. So here the wards. So the members who are registered under this wards, they will elect the representative from here, the councillor. Okay, this ward councillor, like that. All the elected members of various wards together form the Council of Municipal Corporation. So they all will form the council. Now, is it only these ward members or the ward councillors in the council? Right. Besides these ward councillors, few other members, as decided by the state legislature, will also be part of the council. Like, who are these few other members, guys? These are some people who are experienced in this governance setup. Okay, and then representation at the state level, representation at the union level. That means MPs and MLAs. MPs, Rajya Sabha, Lok Sabha, MLAs, Legislative Assembly, MLCs also. Okay, member of Legislative Assembly and member of Legislative Council, MLA and MLC. Just mentioned there. Who's the presiding officer of municipal corporation? Mayor. So just write presiding officer, mayor. Okay, now what about mayor? Mayor is directly elected or indirectly elected? It will be like what I've told you in the case of Panchayat. How the Panchayat president or the chairperson at the Gram Panchayat level is selected, either directly elected or indirectly from the members. Same as the case here, it can be indirectly from the members or it can be directly also. Okay, so right, the mayor is directly elected by people or indirectly from amongst its members. Okay, now this entire executive wing will be headed by executive wing of the corporation. Municipal corporation is headed by municipal commissioner. Now ward committee. Okay. Right. Directly there in Lakshmikant. Under 74th Amendment Act, it would be obligatory on the state legislature. It is compulsory. It's like the Gram Sabha. Their Gram Sabha is compulsory. Ward committee is compulsory here. Okay. So obligatory on the state legislature to form ward committees for one or more wards with a population of more than or equal to 3 lakhs. More than or equal to 3 lakhs. Municipal corporation is more important, and next is municipal council. Second, municipal council. Third is Nagar Panchayat. Municipal council, if you want, you can write 1 or 2 sentences in that. It is a form of urban local government found in smaller urban areas. Guys, the smaller urban area, bigger urban area, there is no proper definition in the constitution. So it has to be specified by the state legislature. This is where municipal corporation, and this is where this municipal council, because there's a smaller area, that's a bigger area. It all depends on the state. So there is no uniformity with respect to this, in terms of population, in terms of density, like that. Okay. Its structure is same as that of municipal corporation. Its structure similar to municipal corporation. Head, mayor, also called as chairman or president. The presiding officer or the head of municipal council, mayor or chairman or president. Like in case of other, before also we have discussed, right? Chairperson or president, same. Municipal council have lesser financial and administrative authority compared to municipal corporation. Obviously, that will be the case. Okay, so they will, you can write one more line. Municipal corporation interact with the state government directly through Directorate of Urban Affairs. Directly through Directorate of Urban Affairs. Next, you write Nagar Panchayat. Right, one sentence. It is also termed as Town Area Council or Notified Area Council. Town Area Council or Notified Area Council. Okay, so it is like intermediate. Okay, not small, not bigger. So write that. It is a form of urban local government found in the area which are intermediate, which satisfy the criteria of urban area. Satisfy the criteria of urban area, like the criteria I've told you, right? 400 per square kilometer, more than 5,000, and then 75% engaged in non-agricultural activities. But predominantly their nature is rural setup. Okay, so right, they satisfy the condition of urban area, but still predominant characteristics of the place are rural. Their power, finances, and functions are all defined by respective states' municipal acts. Guys, every year you expect a question from 73rd and 74th Amendment, very high chance. Okay. Now, in 2012, I still remember this question because I've made it wrong. They have asked about this district planning committee. Okay. So next is district planning committee. You can give a, no need to give a heading. Article 243Z(D) is district planning committee. 243Z(E) is metropolitan planning committee. So we will briefly talk about this district planning committee, how the planning is done, okay, how the draft is prepared, how at the district level planning committee the Gram Panchayat issues, at the block level issues will be incorporated. That is what we need to mainly see here. And then Metropolitan Planning Committee. Okay. So just write, apart from giving constitutional recognition, okay, you ignore that. Don't write that. You write this directly, or give a heading District Planning Committee and write this under Article 243 ZD. Give a heading District Planning Committee under Article 243 ZD. There shall be a District Planning Committee at the district level in every state. Guys, every state in bracket you can write except Delhi, scheduled areas and tribal areas. The reasons I'll tell you. Okay. Except in bracket Delhi, scheduled areas, tribal areas. So there shall be a district planning committee at the district level to consolidate the developmental plans prepared by the panchayats and municipalities falling in that district. Panchayats and municipalities falling in that district, which becomes the draft development plan, which becomes the draft development plan for the district as a whole. Okay, so consolidate all the development plans which are prepared by the panchayats and municipalities, and then that will be the main plan for the district as a whole. Okay, then the state legislature makes special provisions with respect to the composition and the manner in which filling the seats of such committee. So you see, the state legislature can make different committees apart from district planning committee. State legislature can come up with different other committees also, and the manner in which their members will be appointed or selected, and also the composition also is left out to the state legislature. Now here you need to know the criteria, the manner in which people are selected. Okay, the constitution maintains, or constitution says, minimum 4/5 of DPC, District Planning Committee, are elected from amongst the members of Panchayat at the district level, from amongst the members of Panchayat at the district level and the municipalities in proportion to population of rural areas and urban areas in the district. Apart from this 4/5, you can incorporate the experts. Okay, you can give representation to the MPs, MLAs, etc., union representation, state representation. But when you give representation to MPs and MLAs, they should also be from that area. Okay, so like if you are forming this district planning committee, the MP or MLA, if you are giving representation, they should also be elected from that area. Okay, nominated, no problem. Next is Metropolitan Planning Committee. Okay, what is metropolitan area? More than 10 lakh population. Just put a hyphen and write more than 10 lakh population. Or one or more municipalities as specified by the governor. Okay. Same, you don't want to repeat the same. There shall be a metropolitan planning committee to prepare the draft development plan for the metropolitan area as a whole. So from all these like municipalities and from all these, they will take the plan, the consolidate the plan, and they will go for the draft plan for the entire metropolitan area. The manner in which it will be filled is also the composition, the manner in which it will be elected will be decided by the state legislature. But here, this is 2/3 of the members of MPCs shall be elected. Here it is 4/5. Here it is 2/3. Okay, so just write 2/3 of the members of MPC shall be elected. Just write this point only, guys. If you, in case if you are missing any sentence or anything, you can fill it from Lakshmikant directly there, and whatever facts which I've missed out, you can take it from there also. Okay, so 2/3 of the members of MPC shall be elected by and from amongst the elected members of municipalities, and chairperson of Panchayat in the metropolitan area in proportion to the ratio between the population of municipalities and panchayats in that area. Okay, so I've told you this will comprise of population. It can be more than 2 municipalities, more panchayats in that area. Okay, so based on the ratio between panchayat and municipality in that area. Now, scheduled area, PESA, and then tribal area, and all we will do tomorrow. Now, this one, whatever I have discussed so far, this is given in 2 chapters in Lakshmikant. 73rd Amendment in 1 chapter, I think 38th chapter, and then 39th chapter, it is 74th Amendment. Okay, so both you read. The Finance Commission we have discussed, same in 73rd and 74th. Election Commission we have discussed here also. Okay, but District Planning Committee we have discussed under 74th, right? So almost all these things, like then the tenure, same 5-year. Then what happens if it is dissolved before the tenure? That is also same, 73rd and 74th. 74th, it is 12 schedule, 18 elements. 73rd, 11 schedule, 29 elements. But it is not necessary that the state will give entire 29 to the panchayats or 18 to these municipalities. It is not necessary. It again depends on the state. Out of the 29, they may give some, right? It's like that only. Then Finance Commission, Board of Finance Commission, look into that. Election Commission, the State Election Commission, the job is mainly to conduct election at the state level. Okay, not much power. Don't forget that the state level election will be conducted by the Election Commission of India. That is very important. Otherwise, reservation is very important, guys. Originally and compulsory it is. What is compulsory with respect to reservation? SC, ST, women, compulsory. Okay. Constitute this rotation of this constituency, like which is reserved for women, SC, ST, it has to be rotated. That is also need to be followed. Backward classes reservation, that is optional. Okay. So guys, again, what is optional, what is compulsory, just look into. At least what is compulsory, you need to look into. All this around 10, 12 was given. Look into almost all we have discussed. Optional, it is not necessary, because if you know the compulsory, then automatically it will come to you. Again, that 29 list, very difficult to remember, but just go through that. Once you see the option, you will be in a position to recollect it, because you will come to know whether this is important for the state point of view or panchayat point of view. For example, if you see this irrigation, minor irrigation, then like lower level tax collection, this etc. When you see that, you will understand this is cleaning. Okay, all these things will come under the 11th and 12th schedule. You can recognize that by seeing options. Not possible to remember everything. Don't try to do that. Okay, so we will meet tomorrow. We will stop here for the day.